Hello, hello. We are now live. Look at that. It seems like it's hopefully
Woo!
working. I don't know. It's new. It's rusty. It's old. It's great. So,
It's new, it's old, it's great.
yeah.
Yep.
So, it's been a while since we last gathered. We are doing Lost Legacy, our D&D live play. Of course, I didn't open my opening fucking announcements like a smart person. So let me do that real quick because that might help me.
Doing it live.
Yeah, no, we're doing good. So, special thing about this is a live play, which means we're playing D&D, and you're all going to join us. Hopefully, some of you have, been with us before. Of course, I can't find my notes because I'm a good person, but we'll get into all that silliness as I look for my notes. By let's introducing everyone who's playing, and we'll do a little bit differently. So I'm Gene, I'm your GM, and I am going to talk a little bit more about what we're doing in a moment, but let's pass off to Chris. Tell us who you're playing, any projects, and who you are.
Okay, I am Chris, and I will be playing Finn, the Rogue Soul Knife. And tonight's going to be, I guess, a very interesting, wild ride for my character. As far as a project and such, I also run Players and Creators, my own Twitch channel as well, where I have two D&D games. Wednesdays is my Tyranny of Dragons game, which Julia and Jean are a part of, and Thursdays is my Wildmount game, where I run the game for 6 characters, which is insane. But I do it. But that's pretty much it.
All right, thanks. All right, let's move on to Julia.
Right as I put a Cheez-It in my mouth. Hi everybody, I'm Julia. Excuse me eating a Cheez-It while we're talking. I'm not advertising, but oh my god. Anyway, I'm going to be playing tonight a Kalashtar Eldritch Sorcerer named Pt1a Molavakri, going with this psychic theme, so super telekinesis. Project-wise, yeah, pretty much just I play on Chris's channel on Wednesdays, this channel when it happens, and yeah, working on some stuff for vending, for like selling oils and stuff. That's my life.
Yeah, that's an ad, and we'll throw it into our ads.
Oh, I could totally do that. That's true.
All right. Last but not least, Norm. Why don't you introduce yourself, any projects, and who you are playing?
Hey Norm, I'm Norm. I'm the usual player of Kellen, but I'm doing something different to help out Finn today. So I'm playing a character named Blaze. He's human. I know it's boring. Nobody makes humans, but hell, I'm making a human just because it was easy. So, glad to be a part of the group and help out Finn on his quest.
So normally we would try to keep going on the main campaign. I know it's been a while, but we have part of our crew and friends. They are off doing things. Rennie's at Penzic, and Sam just had a baby. So he is unfortunately, well, fortunately, not available because he got a kiddo, and that's fucking awesome. So
Probably running on like no sleep.
Oh yeah, 100%. But don't worry, we have plenty of these little. So what we're doing is normally we would have our full stream campaign, but they have just defeated this great darkness, this great enemy, and trapped it again for a while. But in doing so, they lost Norm, who happened to be a simulacrum, and unfortunately his Fey Dragon familiar. So the group has kind of taken this time to reconnect with the world and go their own separate ways in hopes of finding Norm or clues about figuring out what the heck is going on. And so each of our heroes have kind of taken their own separate paths, and
Yeah, I was just looking. Yeah, it's like I think there's like the new ad stuff that they're doing on Twitch.
yeah, so, yeah.
On the 6th now, according to
I don't know
Mama
why there's
Shady.
so many ads. There shouldn't be.
You might. Well, here's the thing with Twitch making so many changes, you might actually have to go into the settings to change whatever the hell this is.
Oh shit! I actually haven't even changed. I'm bad at. Like, how
I didn't even know that was like a thing you change.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I don't even have access to my ads. All right. Well,
So should I download this Twitch? Is it worth having? Is it
my answer is
frustrating?
I'm sorry about the ads, but I don't think I can fix it in this moment, and hopefully we can fix it over break. Chris can guide me through that because I have no fucking clue. So sorry about the ads,
no
guys.
problem.
I have no idea. I also haven't been on Twitch in so long, so I apologize. But we're gonna keep fucking trudging through it. So yeah, I also didn't even change the name of this fucking episode because I'm very professional. And so I can't.
It says Growth Quest Finn on the actual.
It's
like,
on Facebook,
thing,
but it's
though.
definitely not on Twitch. But when I download
No,
the video,
it's on the Twitch screen. It may not be like on the,
oh yeah,
the
yeah.
heading,
No,
but
no,
it's
but
on
I
the
fucked
screen.
up because I clearly don't remember how to do my job.
You know what? It's fine.
Anyway,
We'll figure it
So-
out.
We
Don't worry
know
about it.
we all know why we're
we know
here
why we're
tonight.
here. Yeah, and when I download the video, I'll make it actually labeled correctly. So, I'm so good at this, guys. You can
We're here
tell
for
I'm a
D&D. It's
professional.
okay.
So part of this, since you guys, watching us are part of the show, you can use your channel points, which are potions, to buy group inspiration, player inspiration. So you can choose a player, or the character, or the entire group, and if they choose group, they can choose to use it. Or you can buy myself inspiration, and that will be either used against them or for them, depending on the situation. So, without further ado, and hopefully no more technical difficulties, but we're lucky like that. We'll see how this goes. All right, so we're gonna start off with Finn. It's been probably a month or so, maybe a few more. We're gonna put a nebulous amount of time into this, and your memories have been coming back. You recall a town not too far from here, if your navigation is still kind of correct. It's probably at 20-ish, maybe a little bit more miles away. So a few days travel on foot. And as you've kind of been wandering and like reacquainting yourself with the world, started to get a bug. Started to feel a pull from your coin. Have a sense of direction. Is not planning on going. Seems heading in a southeast of where you are. Your eyes are always drawn to the mountain rim. Your eyes are always drawn to split, giant gash, valley. You can see from almost across the continent. It is so wide. Every time that you touch the coin and close your eyes, when you look up, eyes look toward that strange gash, that strange valley, that something, you're not quite sure, but you have a feeling that you need to eventually be. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow. There's a pull in that direction. What would you like to do?
Well, I think at this point, it's a good question. I think at this point, Finn has not changed his form. I think he's still in his Corfin form, the little gnome, as he's traveling. And I think he's probably like trying to come to terms with like he's not Dimitri anymore because he's been Dimitri for so long. And this during this time I think has been the most like all that craziness has happened with the cultists and everything. Like really hasn't had a moment to register that he's not Dimitri anymore. And so this whole time I think he's just been coming to terms with what that means. Still like putting Dimitri down as definitely still like a sleeve that he'll continue to use, but becoming more acquainted with who Corfin is, who this gnome is. Very rambunctious, very impetuous, which is completely like the opposite of Dimitri. And so I think with that tug, the very first, like, he's very impulsive now as a gnome. I think he would be like, "Oh, I got to go that way."
Awesome.
So I think he would immediately be like, "Yep, let's go that way," and then when that's done and concluded, I will move towards where my memories are trying to lead me. But this tug seems important, so I'm gonna go do that first.
All right. So, as you make your way, okay. So as you make your way, wandering this lackadaisical path, just kind of, doing it on your own, following your instinct. Ahead of you, on the road, you don't remember seeing like smokestacks or anything in the distance yesterday, but who knows? You've been wandering, and maybe the wind was different. In a roadside tavern. Doesn't seem like there's much activity, but you see a young man outside, and he's like, he's kind of bridling up a traveling horse, a riding horse, just kind of working the base stables. You don't see many horses. You see maybe 2, maybe 3. You're not quite sure if one's a workhorse or a riding horse. As you kind of approach this area,
I'll approach him. Is there a name on the tavern, or is it the nameless at this moment?
It just has a frothing mug with a hole in the bottom of the mug, like it looks like it's leaking.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll approach the young man and be like, "Hi, excuse me. Any rooms available?"
He looks up very happily. He goes, yeah, there are rooms available. He kind of like looks around you, like how clearly you're just like traveling off the road. He goes, well, my name's John. Welcome to the Leaky Mug Inn.
Hey, hello. I'm Corfin. Corfin Tocklepitch. Yeah. Pleasure meeting you. Oh, great. So, let's. All right. So I'll go in. Is that your horse? It's a beautiful animal.
One of them is, and he kind of points to like left horse now that you're closer can see. And it looks like a decent horse. Definitely see a wagon tucked away in this inn that seems to be like covered, but doesn't seem like it has anything in it. So clearly maybe used for like when they get beer or whatever supplies, but there are 2 riding horses.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your help, John. May I head inside?
Okay. So you enter this idealistic tavern. There are only 2 other patrons there. There's a woman behind the bar, seems to be cleaning, just doing almost nothing as a untraveled road tavern would, but sitting in one corner. Julia, why don't you describe your character?
I just realized I had pushed a talk on. Yes, sure. So sitting sort of at a corner table is a very thin, pale, humanoid-looking, but not humanoid woman. She has black hair that's sort of a little bit like waved, like almost like that like 1940s style waved. And she's deeply immersed in like a large book and just is completely ignoring most of the other patrons, but she looks up obviously when you come in, and she has very startling blue eyes when she looks up.
Right, and Norm, if you can, want to describe your character.
Okay. My character is sitting at the bar. He's wearing fine clothes. Obviously, if he was traveling anywhere, he'd change into more comfortable attire for the bar. He has pretty bright red hair. He's of average height for a human, around 5'9", of average build, and seems to be absolutely drinking one of these fine Manhattans I'm drinking tonight.
So, there's something strange. You all have a strange crystal coin in your... As this person enters. And in fact, when Norm and Julia, your characters kind of crossed eyes for the first time, felt a strange tug. You've all been tugged in this direction, much like I described to Finn. You enter this bar. I'll pulse. Feel a connection to, again, that same tug. It's only a gentle one, not like that far distant, but definitely something like a vibration. The bartender looks up and goes, "Hello, welcome."
Hey, hello. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Corfin. What you got to drink here? What do you recommend?
Well, we have a nice wheat ale. As the farms in the area provide decently. But depends on what you're looking for. We have a stew that's been an all-day stew, and you just kind of see a crock pot thing on the fireplace. You see a little kid kind of tending it, and she goes, "Welcome again. Welcome to the Leaky Mug. Yes, I can grab you a beer if you wish."
Yeah. Let me get one of them wheat ales. Also, I'll take a bowl of that stew. That sounds amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
She goes, "Eddie," and he kind of like perks up, and she goes, "Hollow out a bread bowl." Kind of like heads into the back kitchen. Here's some rustling, and a few moments later, he comes out with like a hollowed out chunk of bread, just scoops it right in, and you are given the heel to be used as a spoon. And it's kind of set on a table. As you see that there are like 4 tables in here. 2 of them are occupied, but by one person each. And a beer is, she kind of saunters out, and you can see this like wide-hipped woman, a human from what appearance is. Definitely someone who has worked a bar and lived a comfortable life. And she kind of bustles out, and again, looking, I'll say that, make me an insight check, Chris, and all of you can make it.
I am too busy sniffing the stew to even pay attention. I got a nat 1.
Okay. You're muted, Norm. As you told me.
My die
Got
is
a
frozen.
19.
19. So Norm, you would have picked up that from who's you've seen Cleo, John, and Eddie. They look very similar, so they are clearly some sort of familial bond. They have very similar looks, kind of between all of them.
All right.
Is this working? Oh yeah, it is. Sorry, my computer like totally froze for a hot second
No
there, and I
worries.
was like, no. I rolled a 16, so
Again, same thing.
same thing.
Yep, they definitely have familial ties, at least physically looking. So yeah, all this food is brought over, and she kind of saunters back behind the bar and goes back to doing almost nothing.
I will grab my my beer and my bread bowl. Actually, I will eat the bread bowl. I will eat the stew first.
Yeah.
Without drinking anything. Like being on the road, like I'm super hungry.
Yeah.
And when I'm done with it, I will grab my beer and I will walk over to Norm's character.
What's your passive investigation?
15.
Something quite right. Not in a bad way. Just like the way it smells, the taste is just slightly off.
Can I try to figure out what the off might be?
No, maybe the bread's stale. It's just like the smell of this stew. It's like when you smell something really tasty, but when you taste it, you're like, this tastes like dog food, but it smelled great. So
Right,
it's
right,
like
right.
the taste is not bad. It just doesn't quite match the smell you were expecting.
Gotcha.
Like, there's no
Okay.
ill effect. It's just like I don't know. It kind of tastes like you remembering stew. Like you have a memory
Okay.
of what stew tasted like, and it's similar, but not quite what you expected, especially with like your memories coming back. It just also you've only eaten from like one place for like 3 years, so it's just a little bit different. But
Gotcha.
It does tick a small box in your brain that goes that was straight. I did not expect that.
Gotcha. Okay. Kind of like I'm remembering not just who I am, but tastes and smells, and they're not quite connected yet to what reality might be.
You know what? Here, give me a wisdom saving. That'll maybe help. Let's see if we can clarify some of that.
That's not gonna help. That's a 5.
Yeah, no,
Whoa.
you chalk it up to what you just said. And just to remind you guys, you have 3 group inspirations, and I have 1 GM. But yeah, it's just a small weird like lag in your brain, but nothing so noticeable that you're like, I just ate poison. You're like, oh, that just didn't taste like what I expected it to.
Gotcha. Okay. So after I finish eating it, I'll take my wheat ale, and I will walk over to Norm's character. Hello. Excuse me. Would you want some company?
Not at all. I tried getting your attention when she was explaining the stew to warn you not to get it, but yeah, you had to find out for yourself.
Well, I've been on the road for a while now, so yeah, it tasted a little off, but stew. Wise, I'm not going to get like violently ill, am I?
I mean, I don't think so. I ordered the stew also, actually. I'm just a little bit not right. I'm curious what they use for the base of this stew.
Yeah. Okay. So it wasn't just me. All right. That's interesting. Yeah. By the way, Corfin Toggle Pitch. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Blaze. I was curious kind of what brought me to this fine establishment today. Now I see that maybe things are becoming clearer.
Yeah, a little. Yeah, I'm going to say something, and I don't want you to take it the wrong way. But looking at you and that young lady over there, I was feeling.
By the way, is staring at you guys and has been ever since. Like, no, she's like looking over the top of her book, like not even like just brazenly staring at you guys at this point. Yeah.
I'll wave while I'm talking about you. I'll wave at you, and I'll be like, "Yeah, I'm feeling a little tug, and not in a creepy way. Just, it's just like this weird. I don't know how to explain it. Like a weird tug, mental, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, you feeling something like that too?
I'm feeling it. Yeah, I'm feeling it. And when you get closer to him, you realize he does have baggy clothes, but obviously a heavy muscled guy. And you see next to him against the bar is Battle Axe.
I'll kind of clock that. And then when you say that, I'll kind of like look up at your character, Julia, like, and I'll just scream out like, "Hi, you feeling a tug too?"
She sort of like slams her book closed and kind of like gathers up her things and like hurries over to the table and like sits down and she's like, "Not so loud! You don't know who's listening in here." Like,
oh, sorry, I didn't know it was a secret.
I mean, I don't know. It just seems like something you shouldn't just go shouting across rooms. But you feel that too?
Yeah. I was just telling my friend, my new friend Blaze here. It's just like not in a creepy way. Like I just felt this tug when I walked. Well, in this direction, but when I walked in here, I felt it with you two. But I was almost afraid to say something, but then I realized that's stupid. Why should I be afraid? So that's. But I'll keep it down from now on. Sorry. What's your name, by the way?
I'm trying to tell you. There it is. I was like it's not working. My name is Pt1a, Pt1a Malavakri, but you can just call me Pt1a, I suppose.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Corfin Toggle Pitch, and as I said, this is my new friend Blaze. And this is Mickey, and I will actually I'll open up my vest pocket, and you'll see this little mouse just kind of like peeking over the pocket.
The odd thing about this little is it looks like it's made of crystal. In fact, it looks like it's made of the same crystal that your coin.
Can I try rolling Arcana to see what I can tell about this thing?
Absolutely.
My dice keep freezing. If you could see how slow they were going across the screen, it's like rolling like this. Like, yeah, exactly. I have to turn off the digital dice. Hold on.
Please roll.
It's really sad how slow it is. Okay, that was a 16 Arcana.
So, I mean, crystalline mouse, that is very strange to you, but it is made of that same crystal that coin that you acquired also is made of. And yeah, I mean, you're not like, magic kind of comes to you, and you're not like, are you proficient in Arcana? Okay. Yeah, I mean, to you, the way it's acting, it is sniffing around, it's acting like a mouse, but you can definitely see there is an energy to it. I'll say with a 16, that is some sort of summoned creature. Of what nature, you're not sure, but it definitely, while it's acting like a mouse, it definitely looks at you with a little bit more intelligence than you would expect a regular mouse.
Fascinating. Are you a wizard or a warlock of some kind? Is this your familiar?
No, and yes.
Intriguing.
Yeah, well, Mickey's been with me for a long time. He looks a little different than when I first got him. That I don't entirely understand myself, but yeah, I got my friend. Yeah, so yeah, it's all right. But yeah, it's Mickey's magical. Mickey's always been magical, but now he's really magical. So I'm really happy with it.
Everyone, please make me a perception.
I'm too fascinated by this mouse. I'm like leaning forward to like study it. Like, is it if its whiskers, are they even crystalline? So I rolled.
I got a 14.
17.
Okay. I will remind you there are 4 group inspirations.
I'm happy with the 17.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
All right. Everything's fine. Nothing wrong.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So I guess the next question is, what brings us all together today?
Well, like I was saying, like I felt this like mental tug in this direction. Not necessarily like here with all of you, but when I came inside, I definitely felt something like with you two. It was just weird. I've never felt something like this before.
Well, this recently came into my possession, and I don't know if this has anything to do with it. And I like very carefully like take out my crystal coin and like show it, and then immediately cover it back up and like put it away.
So, unlike your coin, Finn, it does not have the symbol of a mouse, but it has a symbol of a snake. You see a crystalline coin that has the symbol of a striking snake.
All right.
Blaze will pull his out and lay it on the bar and kind of hit it with the edge so it kind of spins around.
And as it spins around and full, you see the horned bull from Blaze. And when you pull out your coins, they all kind of vibrate. Like, you pull out your coin, each of you kind of feel a small pulse. Blaze pulls out his, another that kind of vibrates. They all seem to be in a similar yet unique and different frequency. And I'll say for you, Finn, your coin vibrates, but you see it actually kind of like a tuning fork. Mickey vibrates.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I won't even pull mine out. I'll just kind of look and say, oh, all right. Here's a quick question. I mean, I know we just all met, and please don't feel, if you feel like I'm intruding or being too pushy, by all means say something. But if I could inquire, as to where you got your coins, because I too have a coin. I'm not going to pull it out right now because it's honestly it's shaking in my pouch against my leg. It feels really nice, so I want to keep it there. I don't want to move it. It's almost like a massage for my legs. I've been walking for a while, so I'm just going to leave it there. But I have a similar coin. I just don't recall where I got mine. Where did you get yours, if you don't mind me asking?
So for Julia and Norm, you bumped into a monk-looking fellow on a street. A group of these like monasterial people ran into you and said you had great potential, and if you ever wanted answers, follow the coin. And you either acquired it through bumping or a random happenstance or maybe a game of cards. Somehow these coins have come into your environment, and you can tell them how you want. You can tell the group how you feel you got them. They somehow ended up in your possession, whether through someone just gave it to you, or like you went to the last herbalist shop and the woman looked at you with like strange eyes and was like, "You must take this coin." It's up to you. Your choice on how you receive this.
Yeah, Koitar is going to be like, there was I had been searching for any answers to my abilities for some time. I've had some telepathy, that sort of thing, and was never able to find answers. And then this group of people in robes, I believe they were monks. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you, but they told me I had great potential and I could find all the answers I wanted to all of my questions. And they gave me this coin and told me to seek out where it comes from, and that's the quest I've been on ever since.
For me, I play a little cards here and there to pass the time, and gentleman wanted to call my bet, and that's the only coin he had. I thought it was interesting, let him use it, and I've had it ever since, probably for a month or two now.
And I'll say this for Blaze, you were bluffing that hand. You shouldn't have won that hand, but right at that last call, the guy looked you in the eyes and...
All right, that's interesting. So, all right, Koitara, you said something a little, kind of like pinged me a little bit. You said you do mind magic and such?
Yes. And actually, she sort of, as she looks at you, you sort of hear inside your head, it's like I can do things like this, and I've always been able to do things like this, and I'm not sure why, but I can speak inside people's minds.
Yeah, I could do that too. I thought I was the only one.
And I sort of look at Blaze and I do the same thing. I'm like, I can speak inside people's heads. That's all I say.
How about you, Blaze? You do any of the mind magic?
I'm a fighter by trade. I track people down for cash. But I have some other talents as well, shall we say. Maybe quite different than yours, but I've trained my mind over the years.
All right. So, all right. And you watch as like Finn looks like he's thinking, but again, just kind of as a reminder of what Corfin looks like, gnome sized, red hair as well, but it's shaped kind of like Wolverine. It's got like the big spikes on the side, but in the big mutton chops. And when Corfin looks like he's thinking, you can almost swear that you can smell the smoke coming out of his ears. Like it's a really, he is physically like trying to think. And he's like, all right, so we each got a coin. We've got a certain amount of mental abilities, I guess is the right word. And we're all feeling a tug. Not in a creepy way. So maybe, I mean, I'm just going to throw it out there. I just met you both, but you both seem trustworthy. Like maybe we should travel in that direction together, just for safety, like safety's sake. You know, I've been traveling by myself. Well, I mean, me and Nikki. But yeah, maybe we could, for safety reasons, just travel together.
At this moment, you guys are talking. You all have a high enough passive perception. Notice that the child, barely moving, staring intently at you. But he's
Which child?
the kid who was serving the stew. So you see him like absently stirring it, but you can definitely tell that he honed in on your.
Okay.
I will jump up on my chair. I will look at that kid directly. He goes, "Aye, mind your business."
And he fucking runs into the kitchen. And you just see fucking Cleo shake her head. Sorry, they have less sense than you know what to do with. You are travelers, you're a little strange, There's not a lot of talk around here. And you're the only people here. He was being rude. Sorry, here, let me help. And he fills up 3 more mugs of this wheat ale and brings it to you. Sorry, I apologize. He is curious, they are a handful.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's just we're having I know I might be a little loud, but yeah, it is a private-ish conversation. So I didn't mean to scream at your kid like that. I'm sorry.
No. You got to put them in their place a little bit. I'm sure he will blab it to the next traveler. So maybe I'll go talk to him. I don't want to disturb you. And she.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
She kind of walks back, and you see her kind of pull out a dirty rag, like cleans her hands and cleans her shirt, and goes, "All right, Daddy," and she kind of storms off, and you hear a bit of a murmuring, and yeah.
I'd like to, as she's leaving, that interaction that we just had, I'd like to roll an insight check to see if she's actually believes what she's saying, or she's giving us a story.
Sure, please do that. And you have 4 group inspiration.
I rolled a 14.
I got a 15.
Okay.
And I got an 11.
Unless you're using inspiration, she currently is this doting mother / bartender owner. And she just kind of sidles into the back.
All right. Yeah, I'll jump back down. I'll sit back down in the chair, and I will drink my new beer. So maybe we should just travel together. Just a thought. Again, I know I come across as pushy, a little insistent sometimes, maybe even a slight bit nosy, but this is just too much. I don't believe in coincidences, so I think maybe we're meant to probably travel together, at the very least, for safety's sake.
At least we shouldn't be in this bar, because obviously they're very interested in us now. And obviously they're related as well.
I will say it is the evening. You have all traveled most of the day. You are pretty tired, not saying you couldn't push on in tent, but this seems like probably the most comfortable place within the night.
We can deal with this in the morning.
Yeah. We should just settle in for the evening, and well, I'm pretty much an open book. So if you'd like to know anything about me or Mickey or what have you, I'll be very upfront. The reason why I'm such an open book is because I don't remember much of my past. So I'll fill in what I can. But if you got any questions, yeah.
Good to know.
Like thunder.
Well,
we're not going out in that. And I already paid for a room, and I don't like to make people do refunds, especially this late, and they probably need the money. I mean, look at this place. You've tasted the stew.
Yeah, it's true.
So we're meant to stay, it seems.
All right. Oh.
If you have any concerns about the weather, you can make.
No, I like Finn definitely feels like it's like, oh, thunder. Nope, stay inside. That's I've been traveling in crappy weather. I finally got a roof over my head. Staying here tonight. I will. I'll go up to the bar. I'll call out for somebody to come out
So
and ask for a room.
you see an older gentleman. He kind of steps out. He has like a very fatherly look, very similar to the children. Not quite to the wife, but or the lady. But he has like the salt and pepper, almost like Reed Richards look, though a lot tanner skinned of someone who seems to be used to being either outside or whatnot. But he kind of comes forward, goes, "Hello, how can I help you?"
Hello, listen. I'd like a room for the evening. Do you have anything available?
We have 3 rooms. One's already spoken for.
All right, I will take one, please.
All right, that'll be 5 copper.
I'll hand them the 5 copper.
Blaze will reach into his pouch and toss 5 copper as well.
Okay. Yeah, he takes it and he doesn't even hand you a key. He just kind of points. You see, again, this is like a 1-story tavern. There are like 3 rooms on one side and 3 rooms on the other side, and you can assume that 1 or 2 of those rooms are probably the family, and then the other room kind of leads to like storage, your room, like a back area for a kitchen, and then the other side looks like there are 3 rooms, very much like back in like Skyrim days when you saw those 1-floor taverns
like
that
in
had like
Skyrim.
a bed. Like, clearly,
Right.
this place does not expect a lot of travelers, and you guys, this is not a very popular area. This is like between villages, but the other village might be a good trek away. So it's like, you think that you could also probably buy like supplies for another trek here, because like now that you look at this guy, like looking at his hands, he definitely looks like he spends a lot of time outdoors, cutting wood, surviving, and when you guys did come over here, there were drying racks, there were smoked meats on, like, this place looks like hey, you're a traveler, you need rations, okay, here, pay a little bit of a premium. Though it is strange to you, these rooms are pretty cheap, if that is something crazy to you, but who knows? You guys are the only people.
Yeah, Finn doesn't question it. He's like, all right, yeah.
All right.
So I'm like, all right. So I personally, I like the sound of rain on the roof. So I'm gonna go in my room and I'm gonna lay down in the dark and I'm gonna listen to the rain until I fall asleep. I know that was way too much information, but I just thought I'd share.
No, I love to do that too, but I'll be doing that with my book and a lantern late into the night.
As he says that, a small pitter-patter thatched roof begin to hear. The rain seems...
All right, so meet back out here in the morning, and then I guess we'll figure out plans.
Absolutely.
All right, it was a pleasure meeting you both. I'm so glad that I actually met people who've got similar abilities to me. That's amazing. We'll talk more in the morning.
Pick up my absurdly large tome and walk towards the bathroom.
Cool. Are you guys turning in for the evening?
I'll probably be up for
I'm
a
gonna
while.
stay at the bar a little bit.
The wife eventually comes out, but she has the kid, and he looks like he's kind of like doing the sleepy kid thing, but I don't want to go to bed because there's really important I need to be part of. So she kind of like takes him by the hand and leads him to bed begrudgingly. She then comes out, stirs the stew once or twice more, makes sure the fire is nice and low, so it just kind of, if that, she throws a bit more ingredients into it. One of those just rolling stews that they just have at these kind of taverns. Yeah, they kind of just do their responsibilities. Eventually, if you want any more booze, you are served. They don't have great quality stuff. They don't have like high top shelf, but they have like barley wine. They have this wheat ale. Have some sort of like a dark brown, heavier alcohol.
All right. I'll go to my room.
Mm-hmm.
Is there? Do I have a chair in the room? Is there
Yeah,
like, at least like
it
a
has
chair?
like a chair, a little like basin for either bathroom or washing. Like they have a bucket, a wash basin, they have a chair, a small desk, and then like a small cabinet for like clothing and then like a bed.
All right, I'll take the chair and I will stick it under the door handle of the room. Yeah, just for safety reasons. And
so there does seem to be a lock on the inside that it looks like a key could unlock, but you guys were not given key. You assume that worse comes to worse, the owners have it. Not like one of those places that there's more than one type of key.
Right. Yeah, I'll still do the door thing. Because again, don't trust a lot of people.
Yeah.
And then I'll just kind of like curl up on the bed. I won't unpack a thing.
Okay.
Like my backpack is still filled with all my stuff. I just kind of put it almost like a pillow next to me on the bed. And then I'll just kind of like curl up and I'll start listening to the rain, but also listening for anything else that might like be at my door or anything.
Okay. Everyone kind of make me a perception check throughout the night. And are you having like Mickey go out anywhere and like investigate, or he's just kind of chilling?
Mickey is like I'm not sending Mickey out, but Mickey's kind of like doing guard duty by the door.
Okay.
Like kind of like hanging out by like underneath the door so to see if anybody's coming.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm exhausted with a 4, I think it was. I don't see anything.
Okay.
Hear anything.
Gene, I rolled an 18, but before I go to bed, I'm going to walk outside the place and kind of take a look around because I'm trained as a bounty hunter. I just want to make sure that I'm not the one that's being hunted for any reason, since I find us all in the stable establishment at the same time under weird circumstances.
Yeah.
Something's not quite
that
right.
Sounds good. So what'd you get in your perception?
18.
Would you also roll me an investigation?
Yeah. That's a 7. I'm going to re-roll that one for
You
sure.
want to use one of the player inspirations?
Absolutely. Well, it doesn't. That's worse. It's a little bit worse. I didn't improve on that at all.
That's okay. You go out. It is a light rain. You hear the croosh of thunder. Kind of count a little bit. Figure it's a few miles off. So you see the lightning strike, and you're like, okay, strike, and then a few minutes later, or a few light thunder. So you're like, it's not that close. But yeah, it's not bad. It's not pouring. And yeah, I mean, I'll say this. You definitely got a little bit of hair on the back of your neck. This is weird. Could be a trap. Seems convenient. There are definitely flags being raised in your brain. Just don't have all the pieces to figure. But it doesn't trigger to you like you're going to be robbed in your sleep. Though something suspicious might be happening. But you can't recall. Yeah, you can't piece it, but there's definitely something odd.
Okay. I'm going to take my backpack with all my gear, then go up in the room, and then I'm used to doing a lot of surveillances, so I'm going to go into like really low mode. I'm going to try to use a little bit of, I know I've done these long things before, so I'm going to kind of rest a little bit, but I'm going to be very careful. I'm going to relax in the chair, but be able to like spring should anything pop through that door.
Okay. Give me a Constitution.
Yeah.
As you do your best to kind of do a light sleep, but we'll see how it
22.
Keep your eyes peeled. Julia, are you doing anything?
I mean, I think I'll probably definitely look out the window and try to like see if I see anything before I go to bed.
All right. You see again lightning. You hear the thunder. Can either make me an investigation check or a survival check. Trying to look for anything.
The one that I'm proficient in, so that's a 17 investigation.
Air outside. Like that's The lightning and thunder pattern are too regular. It's kind of like when we listen to like the sleep sound, and occasionally it goes on repeat after like 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Huh.
I start to like count it out to like confirm that is in
And-
fact what's going on.
Ah. Right at the time you think it should. Strike in the distance. Not the same spot. So
Yeah, it's enough to weird me out. I never severed the mind link with. It hasn't. I don't think it's been a full hour. Wait, let me check.
I mean,
Is it an hour? Whatever. Even if I didn't, I'll reconnect. I'm gonna reach out to. Oh no, he has to be 40 feet from me. Never mind. Then I'll just go knock on the
you're
door.
all within 40 feet of each other.
Oh,
Your rooms are literally side to side to side. Like it's
I'm gonna mind
small-
link immediately to Corthan and be like, "The lightning and thunder is strange." I don't even say hi. I say nothing. I just jump into your head and I'm just like,
Oh, so that's what it's
Sorry,
like.
sorry,
Oh shit.
"Sorry."
Like you kind of your eyes flare open and there's like a purple glowing energy knife in your hand because something enters your brain.
Sorry.
Oh, fuck. That's what it's like. Shit.
sorry.
Okay. No, it's fine. It's
The-
I've been doing that to people. I didn't realize that's what it's like. I probably got a lot of apologies to make. What were you saying?
I'm saying the lightning and the thunder, they're following a regular pattern. Every 30 seconds, there's a flash of lightning, and then about 50 seconds later, there's thunder, or so thereabouts. It's the lightning hits different places, but it's too rhythmic, it's too regular. Something's wrong. I'm going to tell Blaze, and then I pull out of your head without waiting for a response. I'm just like gone, and then I go into Blaze and said, "Blaze, the storm is strange." Same thing.
You're muted.
You're muted.
I knew something was strange. I didn't know it was the storm. Yes, something's not right here.
Shall we meet downstairs again?
I certainly can't do anything about the weather.
I'll say it's like midnight. You guys are pretty tired, but if you all pay attention to what Pt1a has... How do I say your name, Julia? Pt1a, whatever. If you look outside, now that she's kind of pointed out this pattern, after waiting like 5-minute interval, it's the thunder sound at least. The lightning strikes, but in different places. And as you're kind of listening closer, the rain pattern. And storm, those like off senses that you couldn't quite put a place to. This is what it was. Like you're like the world around you or this tavern, these sounds, they are too patterned. They don't feel natural.
Okay.
Somebody's messing with my rain. I don't like it. Don't like it at all. But I'm tired. I'll deal with it in the morning. And because Pt1a didn't say we should meet to me, she only said it to Blaze. Finn will actually he'll tell Mickey to definitely do a perimeter of the room, check things out.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna try and get some rest.
He squeaks.
That's as you're about to go to sleep. Pt1a's like, "Should we meet?" Sorry, I'm sorry. Should we meet? Blaze said he was just going to bed.
I mean, can we should we what? Go outside and yell at the sky?
I mean, I don't know what to do about that. You're right. It seems silly. Never mind.
No. It's not silly. It's just what can we actually do about the weather? I'm not a weather witch. I don't know what I could do to change the weather. So, but maybe a good night's sleep could help figure that out.
Maybe. All right. Well, good night. Good night then. Bye. I'm just gone.
Yeah, good night. Yeah, that is super freaky. I really gotta be more mindful when I do that to other people. It remind me, Mickey.
Squeak.
And I will go back to sleep. I will go back to sleep.
He kind of starts prowling, looking underneath the door crack, kind of circling around it. All right. So you're keeping watch, but you are gonna kind of rest a little bit, Norm.
Yep.
Okay. And Julia, you will hesitantly go to sleep, I imagine?
I'll probably fall asleep reading like I do.
Hey. Norm, can you make me a wisdom saving?
Rolled a 19.
Okay.
I roll better than this guy with my main character.
So,
I'll keep him.
I'm going to keep your perception from before, but see the shadows of 2 feet beneath the door crack, and you think you see something peeking through the hole. He goes, suggest you go to sleep, and feel a strange wave over your mind, but fine. Kind of peaks and begins to back up from the...
I'm going to dash to the door, battle axe in hand, and throw open the door.
Okay, so you throw open the door, and standing, circling around the door, see Cleo, John, Eddie the child. They're all standing almost like perfectly statue still. Like, but not like reacting negatively or positively. And Cleo looks at you, goes, aren't you tired? You'd be going to sleep.
Who the hell are you people?
He goes,
As I hold my axe menacingly.
I suggest you go to sleep. I need you to make me another throw. As you recognize Eddie was the one who tried to first put your suggestion.
Is he the adult?
Eddie's the kid.
Okay, I rolled 19 this time.
Okay, yeah. You feel...
I'm hacking it. I'm hacking at this kid now.
Okay, I was not ready for this, but this is how it's going. Yeah, make me an attack roll while I pull up the rules for something.
Freaking consent, kid, consent.
Yeah,
Roll a 16.
Mental autonomy is important here.
Sorry, what's AC?
16, unfortunately.
I mean, that's not unfortunately. You hit this kid. Roll me some damage.
This kid's dead.
I rolled a d10. It's weird, a d10. Okay, it's 8 damage slashing.
Okay, you slash into this kid, and like this strange, like glittery, milky blood comes out of him, and the father looks at you and goes, "Sleep." And as he says that, I'm gonna roll a whole bunch of dice. We're gonna see if how many hit points you have. As he actually cast sleep on you.
Did we hear any of this in our rooms?
You guys are asleep, and so the door is opened, and a battle axe has been slung, but he has not like screamed out yet. So
Mickey hasn't caught wind of anything.
I'll give it to you in a moment. Let me try to resolve this first, and I will let you know. I have to look up how this spells. Yeah, I'm not saying he hasn't, but I gotta look up spell actually works. Oh, there we go. Okay. Hey. Alright, let's see what happens. Oh, you have 40 or less HP.
I have 40.
As he goes, sleep. You pass out.
Can I do a reaction?
No.
Oh.
You literally are magically put to sleep. Now, Chris. Mickey does see some things. but he doesn't tell you. Norm.
Traitor mouse.
Don't worry about it. It is fine. So, Norm, you are currently asleep. It does not last forever. But I need you to make me a wisdom save.
Yeah, I failed that one.
Okay. As you're dreaming, begin to hear. You had a wild night. Thought something bad was happening, but everything is fine. What you thought before, any suspicions, they should go away. You have the modify memory spell. So you wake up in the morning. You know what? You had a weird nightmare. But
Okay.
before you all wake up in the morning, let's have a little chat. So as you all kind of feel, you hear, not with your, this ting, like a tuning fork or crystal, like, you know, like if you ran your finger around a glass, pitch, grow, changes from a sound, that light, a feminine humanoid form, but it is made of light. So it likely has hair. It's almost like it's like an energy beam, but like loosely, not like fully contained. So there are like cosmos and arcs occasionally of this energy that comes off it, and you all here. I am glad. All gathered. Do you seek it?
Fucking A.
As you say that, you're in this like black space of no space. This being is floating in the middle. Three of you, each other, clear as day. Were earlier today. So, Finn, what do? This is in your mind.
I think Finn tries to be as complete as possible when shape changing.
Okay.
And so I would think that even when he sleeps, that's how he's able to maintain the shape of his sleeve in his sleep, is that he puts himself in the mindset of that sleeve. So I think he would look like his known
So
self.
you see Corfin, but I'm going to add this. You can tell me no. It almost seems like an undulation underneath his skin occasionally.
Yeah, that's fine. I'd say that's okay.
Like, but that's it. It doesn't like, it's not like blub blub blub. It's just like you look and it's just like a bulge, and it kind of just goes beneath his shirt and you don't see it. But that's just his mind, and the rest of you more or less look how you believe you should. Being in energy, kind of floating in space with void. You seek end. Why you are all together. But only those that are worthy ask the question.
Oh, so you're one of those like riddle magic mind people.
You feel more than see a smirk.
What do you wish to know?
You worthy of the end. You can back out.
don't even know what my questions are, but I'm not leaving now.
Yeah, same. I want answers, and I'd like to see if I'm worthy.
Sure you are. My gifts not have kind of says that. Begin seeing Cosmos guy that you uttering. Here will be kind of thing. And you all awake after a long rest. Norm, I'll say this. So modified memory only modifies 10 minutes. So you only lose the encounter that you had with them. But you still can have your suspicions of like the rain, talking with your friends, being suspicious, but you didn't see them. They did not do anything to you. You just fell asleep in your chair. Like that's how your memory and your mind kind of makes justifications for how things happened.
Yeah, because I'm pissed off if I fell asleep when I'm at my mind set to something.
You're more mad at yourself. Essentially like, I fell asleep. I don't know why. Shit. I must have been too tired. Mickey is hanging out, chilling with you. He does not report anything weird. And if you reach into his mind, he's just like clear.
I'll immediately like when I wake up and I do that with Mickey. I'll just kind of like sit at the edge of the bed for a minute. And I go, man, like that weird chick didn't tell us anything. She just like, are you worthy and follow your heart? That don't tell me nothing. And I'll just kind of like, I'll kind of like sulk for a minute.
Sweet.
Yeah. It's always cheese with you. Let's just kind of let's just get ready. Let's get ready for the day and meet up with our new friends.
He just kind of crawls out the door gap. Mouse, so where's that go? Yeah, you guys all awake. Probably an early morning. You're adventurers, more or less. And as you head outside, you see Cleo at the bar. You smell the smell of breakfast being cooked. But you do not see Eddie. He seems to be not around. No one's stirring. You see another child, a little bit older than Eddie, stirring the stew.
I get up, I get breakfast, I come down.
All right.
I mean, I come down and get breakfast, other way around, but yeah.
So, yeah, guys begin kind of sit around. You had a weird night. You all saw each other.
Also, I'm like nervously playing with this like silk ribbon on my wrist. That's definitely like an ombre ribbon. That's like black and purple, like, you know. And I'm just like playing with it, and like I look unsettled, clearly a little bit.
Right. So I'm just gonna.
A little.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Blaze looks a little tired, a little grumpy. He's gonna say something, then he kind of looks around and he kind of waves it off. You kind of look at him, he realizes that this will be a conversation for later.
Yeah, I just kind of like look at the both of you, and I look like I'm ready to say something, and I'll just be like, so should we head out like immediately away from the creepy weather and the nosy children and such?
Can't really say I'm all that hungry at the moment. I'm ready.
Yeah, I think I'm good with my rations.
As I'm wearing chainmail now, you see I have a shield. It's kind of slung to my back, and battle axe. I'm pretty much packed and ready to go.
Oh, well, I'm hungry, but I'm fine with rations.
As you guys are kind of starting to look around to make your set, the door burst open. A young man wearing like blacks. He has like a red scarf, a traveling hat, And he goes, I need help. They've gotten her. They took Emma. I need help. Can anyone help? And like Cleo, like, calm down, please sit, get drink. And she starts like fiddling with like trying to calm this guy. And he like staggers over to your table. He kind of puts his hand on the table. He goes, they took her. The guy,
who took what in the where now?
there were strange shadows in the trees. They came out. We were gathering berries for breakfast, and they took her. They took Emma. Can you help me?
And Emma would be who?
She's my wife.
I just want to be clear because Emma could be your horse, and I just want to make sure we have a description
He
of
just
who
looks at
Emma
you with
is.
like bleary, crazed eyes of a person who is panicked and ran for like you don't know how long, but he definitely looks panicked.
Friend, tell us what happened to you.
We were out at dawn gathering berries because we wanted to catch the early light, and when we he like gets a drink that she passes him and he brings it down, and it was one way. We were looking. We were each in separate patches. There was a large tree between us. I thought I heard a small but I didn't. When I looked around, gone. And I saw her basket, and in the distance, I thought I saw her shadow. But I don't know.
Strange. Yes,
All right.
I agree with Corfin here. We need the description of your wife so we know who we're looking for.
She's red hair, freckles, about kind of like gives a description, which kind of like measures out to about 5'4" as he like kind of puts to his own hand. She has pale skin. She has bluish tattoos that kind of circle around her arms and legs. They're like tribal in nature. She's a wood elf. That helped.
So as Blaze listen to this, I'll put my hand on Corfin's shoulder and look over at Pt1a and say, "Well, I guess it begins."
Yeah, I guess. Yes. Yes, my friend. Direct us towards the berries.
Yeah, he kind of like takes a big swallow, kind of like catches him, like slaps himself in the face a little bit because you can tell this dude got up early and then ran here. It's all right, and he heads out.
All right. Yeah, I already have all my stuff, so I'm like, all right. Look, at the very least, we'll get something to eat that isn't terrible stew, because we're going to the berries, and then we'll see if his wife is all right.
He begins leading you at a pretty hurried pace. So this guy is moving, and you can tell that he is tired, a bit exhausted, but he kind of carries on, and you see him push. I'm gonna make some saving. Each of you, what is your con bonus for everyone?
+3 also.
What's your con bonus, Julie?
My con bonus is +1.
Okay. So I'm gonna say this dude has. Let's see. Ooh. All right. So he is like all out running, but you see him. He is on the edge of exhaustion, and you guys can quickly overpace him. He begins walking, like running, moving, sprinting, blowing, about an hour. Raffle. This dude ran here. It's morning, so it's like clearly they were in the morning. And you enter. There are woods around you, but the kind of enters a wood line where you see. It looks like a small game trail, and you like hold onto the tree. It's not look like you can tell that if this guy keeps moving with you, he has just gained his second level of exhaustion, that he is now moving very. I rolled very badly on it. And he's just like You follow the game trail. 15 minutes. You'll see the clearing. There are raspberry bushes and blueberry. The basket's still there. And he kind of just like leans against a tree. He like pulls out a water skin, sucking it down.
Look, mate. Just stay here. Water yourself a bit. We'll go check it out at your leisure. You can come join us, but we'll get there first.
I'll be right
We'll see
there.
what's going on.
Be right behind you, Joe. And he just like back against a tree, kind of like slides down it. Just I'm right there.
I like to make an insight check to see if this guy's full of shit or is he as tired as he says he is.
Absolutely.
I was thinking the same thing.
You guys do?
Yeah, I rolled low, so I believe him.
Yeah, this dude is above board, man. I got a 4.
I got a 3. Why am I rolling so low on my checks? Jeez. Okay.
I mean, okay.
I believe him.
So, Jordan, what'd you get?
7.
So, for you two, this guy is on a level. He is tired.
Yeah, poor dude.
Norm. Guy is tired. Definitely has been run. But he's either distressed or something. He's not like expressing himself, though he could have been crying this whole time. He definitely believes what he is saying, but maybe he's not saying everything. But it's hard to tell. He rolled very low, and he also rolled very low.
I grabbed him by his throat and said, is there anything else we need to know?
He's just like, he looks shocked. Make me an intimidation check.
I'm not very well trained in that, but I will certainly try because I'm pissed off.
That feels like what you were trying to do. So.
I rolled a 6 this time.
Okay.
I love all the low rolls we're getting today. This is great.
His eyes go wide.
Started out great.
But you see this like steel determination well up in him. He kind of like grabs your hand. He goes, "She's gone. Find her." And like you feel like that surge of strength of like adrenaline and anger, and he like rips your hand off him. I rolled like a 19 on the die, but in that moment you feel that tremble and that weakness return, as like seem to put a lot into like not being scared.
I'll grimace at him and I'm like, I'll pass your test and walk away.
Because I don't. It's not. What? And he just looks confused.
I'll be out ahead of everybody and be like, "Come on, the berries are this way."
Norm, make me a perception or investigation.
Good, I'm better than that.
Your choice.
I rolled a 9.
Okay. When you grab his shirt and you pull away, hand's a little wet. Maybe he's sweaty. This guy's been running.
Yeah, that's what I would think.
Yep. All right. Guys, start making your way down this.
Yeah, Corfin is clearly invested in finding berries.
Okay.
Like the fact that this woman is missing does not seem to be high on his priority list. As I'm constantly told, look, you said blueberries, you said raspberries. I haven't had some good berries in a long time. This is a fantastic find, especially since we have not eaten breakfast yet. So yeah. I can't wait to find these berries.
You are starting to get a little grumble. So I guess hit me a survival check.
That's an 18.
Okay, yeah. You begin making your way down this path, and honestly, 15 minutes later, you come across a small clearing. There's some large trees, and there are a few prickly bushes. There's a raspberry bush, a blueberry bush. You see a small basket near the raspberry bush. Yeah.
I'll immediately beeline to the basket
Okay.
to see if there are already pre-picked berries.
They have spilled a little bit out onto the floor because clearly, but yeah, there are definitely a mix of raspberry and blueberries in here.
I will immediately start eating.
While he's doing that, can I do an investigation check now of the area?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah. Chris, make me an investigation
Oh,
check
that's
as well.
shitty. Oh, how many groups do we have?
You have, I think, 3.
No, I think. Well, I added another one. Do we have 4? Or did someone use one?
From use one early.
Okay.
There is 3 groups.
Can I use one?
Absolutely. I said yes.
Ah, God, it's still terrible. At least it's an 8 now, not a 6.
Okay.
I got an 18 investigation check.
And quite taste right. Just something.
I spit about. I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with this place?"
Like-
First the stew is off, then the berries are off. Weird. You're going to be tested. Worthy dreams. The rain is fucked up. What is going on in this place?
Oh, I was gonna ask you that, Gene. Do Kalashtar dream? Because I was playing, but I was unsettled because I don't usually dream.
Normally,
but I know that's an Eberron
normally
thing.
you don't
Okay.
dream.
So I'm just like, it wasn't a dream. I don't dream. It can't be a dream. It wasn't a dream.
Yeah, and honestly, it's hard for you to pick up the tracks or what has happened here because Corfin just ran right through to the berries and mucked about. Also, the guy was clearly searching around here to try to find her, so he has mucked up his own chance. Yeah. You know what? First, make me an. I will let you either do an intelligence check or an insight check.